I'm headed to DC. I just realized I lost the backing to my selfie remote. Hey, what's up, everybody? Come on in, come on, come on. So a lot of questions have been asked about social media and how you can promote yourself as an adult content creator on social media when most all of them ban the type of content that we create. I know my messy bun is messy, but it's one of those days. I will show you my whole outfit though. Hold on. It's cute. It's hot as a bitch. Was not exactly the right choice of clothing, but hey, you do what you gotta do. So social media, and my advice is this: you want to post as safe for work as you possibly can, and here's why. One, all of that should be behind a paywall anyways. That's first and foremost. I think my pants are falling off. They are. Holy shit. So you want to post safer work content because one, you want to stay within the guidelines of the social media, and and you want to keep everything behind a paywall. They should be paying to see your content, your good content. So that's first. Secondly, if you give away all the goodies for free, you give them no other alternative but to use what content you're posting for free as free material. You want to entice them with your personality. You want to entice them with little cliffhangers and then force them to have to go behind the paywall to see more. If you guys have any questions, just leave them down in the comments. I'll be happy to respond and answer your questions right here in the live. I am at the train station. Look at this, waiting on my train. I'm here way early, so but yeah, you definitely want to leave little cliffhangers. Even when you're posting descriptions of your content, don't tell them how it ends. Make them so curious that they have to buy the content or they have to subscribe in order to find out what happens. And I say this for a multitude of reasons. One, everyone loves to find out what happens at the end, right? We're all looking for the final chapter, that prime ending. And so if you give them the full description and you give them all the details, then they've kind of pictured it themselves and they have really nothing left to high reflection of perfection. They really have nothing left to search for. Like, you gave it away. It's like, think of it as your favorite series. For me, I love Power. That's like my cliffhanger go-to series. And when a series comes to the finale and they leave you hanging and you have to wait until the next season, oh my gosh, that drives me nuts. But I make sure I'm still subscribed to whatever channel, which, Power is on Stars. And that way I don't miss any episodes when they finally do release the next season. So the same thing should be with your subscribers. You want to, hold on, I'm trying to move something. There we go. You want to leave them, bit by bit, piece by piece. Create a video series, create a photo series, and just release a little bit at a time. And I know that's something I used to be guilty of, is like just kind of dropping everything and giving them the full set of photos when I was releasing the content. And that's not the right way to do it. I started doing like teasing, like a few photos from the set, then another day I'll post another few photos, and so on and so forth. And it keeps them like, ooh, I want to see how this ends. Does she does she end up in a birthday suit or not? You know what I mean? Like, that's ultimately what they're thinking. And sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. So leave something to the imagination, have cliffhangers. Video series are super awesome because you get creative and you create content that aligns, you know, they go together. You know what I mean? And so if someone saw video 1 and now you put out video 2, they're going to be like, oh my gosh, if the first one was good, then the second one's going to be good. If you already used explicit ads, we're going to Safe for Work lose followers. I say this is what you need to think about. Losing followers, we shouldn't be concerned about followers. What we should be concerned about are paying subscribers. Losing followers, if they're just there to see things for free, those aren't the followers you want anyways. You want the followers that convert to paid subscribers or paid something. They're buying something. They're paid consumers. Free followers don't do anything but give you high numbers. High follower accounts mean shit if you're not making money from those followers. So you have to think about, I would rather have 100 paid followers, 100 loyal, long-term paid followers than 1 million free followers. Because all those 1 million free followers do is create a barrier between you and your paid subscribers, because then you start pumping out content for the free followers, not paying attention to the paid subscribers. You feel me? So, and that's the same thing with your fan platforms, your clip sites or whatever. The people that are browsing your content for free are just looking for free entertainment. They have no intentions of ever buying anything from you. And if they do, then when you start posting Safe for Work stuff, they're forced to come and spend their money. So absolutely, will you lose some followers? Sure. Is it going to hurt you in the long run? No, because it unclogs the system so you can reach your paid subscribers, your paying fans directly. And those are the people that you want to get to. You're welcome. Make sure you follow me on Twitter. It's at Platinum, Puzzy, and the number 1. I'm also on Instagram, KAP Media INC. And I do offer coaching and consultation. So if you are looking for more detailed information, finding your niche, finding a marketing strategy that works for you, scheduling and content creation, creativity coaching, stuff like that, feel free to hit me up. That's what I'm here for. So great question. I'm glad that you asked that. The Epic A60 is nowhere to be found. Awesome. So what are some other things to think about? Just like what was said before, like you having high follower accounts don't mean anything in the long run. In the grand scheme of things, it just creates that barrier between you and your paying fans and those that are going to spend money with you. So having 100,000 followers on Twitter means jack shit if 100,000 people aren't following you. And here's a test. If you want to test the theory, put out your Cash App and just say, everyone that wants to see blah, blah, blah. Maybe it's a special photo or whatever. Maybe it's you doing the jumping jacks in a bikini and they get to see your titties bounce or whatever. Your boobs. Tell everybody to tip $1. And you'll see just how quickly how those followers convert. Most of them will not, but you'll see the ones that do. So that's a test for how having 1 million followers or 1 million fans or whatever the terminology is for whichever social media site you're on, that's how you'll determine how important it is to have 100,000 followers versus 10,000 paying subscribers. So the homework is to put your Cash App on your timeline or somewhere in your social media feed and tell them to tip you $1. And $1 is not a lot of money. Most anybody has access to $1. So again, that's going to be your true testament to who are your paying followers, paying subscribers, your paying consumers, and those who are just there to see whatever explicit ads you're posting. I can say for myself, I have been posting safe for work content on my timeline for well over a year, maybe even 2 years now. In fact, I scrub my timeline quite frequently just to keep it fresh, keep it new, keep it engaging, and it works. It definitely works, because when you have, like, no one's scrolling for 24 hours to get to all your old content. I've been on Twitter since 2009, 2010. I think this account I've had since 2010, maybe 2011, but that's over 10 years. That's a lot of content, and no one's searching through all that content. No one has enough time in a day to go back that far. So for me, it was pointless. Plus, there was a lot of links that don't work anymore, websites that aren't even live anymore, some of my own domains that I've gotten rid of, so people that I don't work with anymore, like promotional stuff that I needed to take off my timeline. So scrubbing your timeline is key in keeping things fresh and new, and removing any kind of content that isn't necessary. It's just clogging your feed. The same thing for Instagram. I definitely think that you should keep it 100 posts or under. I am very guilty of keeping a lot of things up, but you got to keep it fresh. You got to keep it live. You got to keep them wanting to come back to see more. They can always scroll. You don't want them scrolling too much, because if they're scrolling, then they're not purchasing. So I gotta go. It was really nice hanging out with you guys. I look forward to seeing you guys later. Bye.